bleed from exposure of physical standing up for so many hours that I have gone through. My feet was swallowed. It took me about, I say, 10 to 15 minutes of like walking like crippled each and every day when I started those shifts, just so the pain itself, the pain in my feet would get somehow used to it, and I would be able to carry on, to go to carry that pain further and get myself motivated with the job itself and forget about the pain. That's what that job was. That was the job, and I have done the job. I have completed the contract. Unlike other European colleagues which have disappeared from that job already after days, or the most what was weeks, I have insisted and persisted on the job, and when gone through, I have earned admiration from what were ex-foreign legionnaires from French military and so on, who couldn't believe what I have seen. I carried on. I have completed the contract, and for the slavery, which, you know, that salary, there was no pay. You know, what the pay was basically was, I have managed to save $3,500 for 6 months of work. That's what the slavery was. There was no salary, and the only money that I was entitled to were tips from people. That was it. But I have done it, I have undergone that, and was so much obligated to simply insist and persist and to stay away from this Antichrist, this Yugoslav, Slovenian communists which were awaited and were awaiting for me to come back, you know, with a head down, so they could, you know, or humiliate me or kill me. Because what that was, it was more than anything intention to kill. These circumstances have created on me what was a profile. The profile which did not go in any way with hand in hand with what communists might have given out prior to my departure behind my back. The contract was due to the end. I got off the ship in what was Philadelphia, took flight for Miami, where I have begun searching for work actively in what was Miami downtown, South Beach, and Port of Miami. Any job, anything that could come along, from anything from dishwasher, cleaner, wherever would give me opportunity to stay in America. You already know how, why. It was all in vain for nothing. The only chance, as it seemed to be, was to get simply simply marry to someone who was American citizen. Happened to find the opportunity and end up marrying much older woman than myself, who was actually Indian and from Ecuador, South America. Anything to stay away from communists. Horror after horror. But like I said, anything to avoid communist Slavic knife. I was compelled not only to subsist with old Indian women, but to engage with extreme racistic society consisted mainly of blacks, Hispanics, Jews, and what was international crime organizations about which I will talk, like humanists alike. Okay, they have surrounded me in Miami on a daily basis. It happened due to a store which my ex-wife have had in Miami downtown, and where we both worked. I wasn't allowed to even take job or anything like that. Americans have a procedure that you have to undergo. Stay a decent amount of time without job, then you're limited to a certain amount of income, and then gradually you're going to see what takes place whenever you're European, white European. So let's just continue with this. The communists, which I have turned my back to, and I would turn my back to them anytime anyways, have diligently worked behind my back. In fact, during procedure along immigration procedure, when taking steps from alien to resident and then citizen, United States immigration have conveyed or relayed me a message from what was United States of America Foreign Department of Affairs, how the system, which was the communist system back from my country, have actually demanded me at all costs back there, for whatever costs. Well, it was something what I have declined time after time, and due to marriage, American authorities were unable to deport me back to communist Slovenia. United States Department of Foreign Affairs, however, have assured how I would get the message that my life would be, regardless of my right to stay in America, made impossible. Or in other words, they would exercise every possible option to prevent me from staying inside of the United States of America. Just in case you don't know or you're not aware of it, the communists have made a major agreement with Americans upon the fall of the Soviet Union or pro-Soviet states, how the properties, which was national property, would simply become denationalized, or in other words, taken away from people, and privatized to the point or extent during which Americans would be legally legible toward this greatly discounted properties, factories, national resources such as minerals, crude oils, etc. In return for communists' ability to retain the authority or ability to further govern their people. In other words, everything that I have gone through, and according to the law, as I was married to an American citizen, did not change my situation at all. That much in respect to law and order of United States of America, or so-called Constitution of the Land of the Brave and Free.